everybody, welcome to another edition of James Jam. I'm Jame. This is my jam.
At least you got one bag in the background there.
Oh yeah, my bag of the day. My bag of the week.
Yep.
My Wilshire. Okay, if you want any information on that, just watch my video from Monday when I swapped into the bag, or watch my upcoming video that'll be on Monday when I switch out of the bag. But this is a little bit different video for me. As you can see, I'm not in my normal location. In fact, I'm not even in my state right now. I'm in a state of, I'm...
A different state of mind?
Yeah, that for sure. But, I've alluded to it in a few, especially bag swap videos and stuff, that something's kind of been going on. And I just didn't have a video for tonight and wanted to put one out there because I really appreciate everybody's support and the fact that you're always watching my videos and commenting and things like that. So then I feel bad if I don't have a video out. And so I thought it was probably about time to do this. If I can figure out how, I'm going to shut off the video or the comments on this
shut
video.
off the video.
No, I'm going to shut off the comments because I already know you guys care about me and you're going to feel bad or feel some kind of way and want the best for me and want to tell me your story or someone you know maybe, or I'm not at the point where I'm ready to really talk about this.
Other than this format between you and I.
Right. But kind of want to let everybody know what is going on in case something like this maybe happens to you or, I don't know. But this all started, I've had issues with female reproduction organs in my body.
Woman parts.
Right. And in terms of, I had a super rare cyst on my ovary when I was pregnant with my last son. They removed my ovary and the cyst and told me they were extremely rare and that normally you only ever get one. Fast forward a few years, guess who's got another one on the other ovary? Had a really great surgeon who removed the cyst, left a little bit of the ovary, and so I still could have had children and stuff if I had wanted more. Fast forward about 10 years ago or so, and my gallbladder is going bad, and they do an ultrasound and they find out my gallbladder's bad, and lo and behold, who's got a third one of these cysts that are very rare and aren't supposed to come back, and certainly aren't supposed to come back twice. Well, that'd be me. So I've been menopausal surgically for at least 10 years now. And then a couple months ago, I started bleeding for just a day, 24 hours, but I was going to be really careful. I wasn't going to take any chances on anything. And I went to the doctor, and as I suspected, they wanted to do an ultrasound. They did an ultrasound and found out that I had some polyps and a very thickened endometrial lining. So then they did a biopsy. The biopsy came back benign, that there wasn't anything there, but they wanted to do a DNC and a histology, something like that, to remove the polyp or polyps, and also then take some more of the...
Do some scrapings.
Yeah, some more scraping. Scrape me all out. So they did that. Everything went well with that. But they found out I have a precancerous condition called atypical hyperplasia, meaning that my lining of my uterus is way thicker than it should be for somebody who's menopausal. My body's producing way too much estrogen and not enough progesterone. And so when that happens, it's apparently the stats are like 133 women out of 10,000 have this condition. you get told you have to go to an oncologist. So I had to go to an oncologist. We, yes, you came with me, and they reiterated that so far they haven't found any cancer. That's not to say that it's not there, but they haven't found any. And I had a few different options. One would be to start taking progesterone hormone, and that hopefully would start clearing out all the bad cells in there. And then I would have to go get biopsied and probably ultrasound again every 3 months to make sure there was no cancer and to make sure the uterine lining started calming down.
What's behind door number 2?
Door number 2 was a complete hysterectomy, and so that's what I opted for. I have extreme anxiety. I don't talk about that very much on here either, but I do. I terrible anxiety, and
Yep.
yeah, and you know, and so waiting and test results and things like that just does not sit well with me at all. So I knew that I wasn't going to choose the option to just take some hormones and wait. So I will be having a complete hysterectomy, and they will be removing my fallopian tubes, my uterus, making sure there is no ovarian tissue, and if there is, that would be removed as well, doing some exploratory surgery, and they also will take some lymph nodes to check and see, in case they did find cancer, to see what stage it would be. So I'm having that done in about a month. So if I haven't been myself or am not myself, that is why. I can't even look at the camera most of the time I'm doing this. Probably too, because I don't want to start crying. Mick is extremely positive about all this, as in, just keeps telling me nothing's wrong, and he doesn't have any bad feelings about it, and that right now, so far, everything is benign. So that's all good. It's also good that they haven't found anything, because even if there was something, the chances of it having spread are a lot lower if they haven't found anything just while searching around in there. So that part's good. My understanding is if they do find any and it hasn't went to the lymph nodes or anything, all they do is a complete hysterectomy and that's it. Then you're done. But if it's different, then obviously, there'd be more to it. So, like I said, I'm not going to leave the comments on this. I just kind of wanted to let you know what was going on. I am not at all in any way, shape, or form ready to talk about it, or I also feel guilty and bad that I am so scared and feel so bad when so far there's nothing majorly wrong. I haven't been told, everything's been benign, everything's been good, but when you have anxiety, anxiety doesn't let you think that. It makes you think all the worst case scenarios. So, that's what's been going on with me. I didn't even know it was a possibility. I didn't know stuff like that happened. It is interesting. Apparently only 20% of atypical hyperplasias turn into cancer. And I think that I've had this condition for a lot longer than they thought. As I moved into this more, I happened to look at an ultrasound that I had a few years ago. When I went on keto, I also started bleeding. Again, just for like a day. I had a biopsy done, it was benign, and I had an ultrasound done. And the ultrasound said that my endometrial tissue was greater than 9 centimeters. And when you're menopausal, it should be 4 or less. And then in the notes on the ultrasound, it said, this is okay for this is okay for a premenopausal woman. I had never looked at that before. Maybe I didn't see it before. Now all our results are in an app, but I was not premenopausal at that time. I was menopausal, so that was double what it should have been even back 5 years ago or so. So it might just be a condition I have, that my body just does this, and this is just a continuation of it, and they're going to take out everything and everything's going to be good, and that's what I'm hoping for. So the reason I'm even telling you all about this is I do believe in the power of prayer, and so if you want to say some prayers for me, I would really appreciate it. I don't know that I'll bring this up again in any of my other videos, other than maybe I will say if I had surgery that everything went okay, or if anything were to change. I don't know if I don't know. That's the future. I don't know what's up with that right now, but I just thought I'd let you know I'd asked for prayers, and yeah, this is probably the most I'll say about it, at least for quite some time. And maybe if I'm lucky, knock on wood, hopefully I won't have to talk about it anymore. Or maybe I will talk about it more when I'm not so
emotional.
Right. With it, because I don't like other women being scared either. I mean, I go to the doctor because I think I'm doing the right, I know I was doing the right thing. And I went in immediately. I didn't wait. I didn't hesitate. I mean, it happened on a Friday. I was at a Friday night. I was at the doctor's office Saturday morning. Because I do think that you want to be right on top of things, no matter how scary it is. And, I just never thought in a million years I'd be sitting here being told, well, what the results weren't what we wanted, and you have this atypical hyperplasia with abnormal cells, and so you have to go see an oncologist. I was just shocked. Now, I felt a little better when I went to see the oncologist, because she said that if I wanted to, we could do the other option. We could do progesterone, and they just biopsy me every 3 months to see if the hyperplasia had left, and test me to see if the hyperplasia diminished with the progesterone, and to check my uterine lining. But so I mean, that was a good sign. I can't imagine she'd send me off to do it that way, and then I wouldn't see her. I'd see my regular OBGYN doctor.
XWZ.
Yeah, so that was definitely promising. That was really good to hear. But as my OBGYN said, the gold standard is the hysterectomy. Just get it all out of there.
Yeah.
Then that eliminates everything. And I'm obviously can't have any more children, so that's the road I'm going to take. But yeah, just know that there's a lot of stuff going on with a lot of people. I say it all the time, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I totally believe that. I also am always say, especially like to you and everybody, please show grace, have grace, because you never know what somebody else is going through. And I put up a happy face for you guys here when I do my videos, and that in general is how I am. I'm kind of goofy and I like to show you guys everything, but I just kind of wanted to share and let you know, because I have alluded to it a couple times, and like I said, hopefully I won't really have to talk about it much anymore, or if and when I miss some time, my surgery is scheduled for
Late November.
The end of November, so maybe missing some videos then. I had been thinking about doing Vlogmas. I don't think that's going to happen now. If I do, I might post a little more frequently in December, but it's all going to depend on how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. So I'm having it done robotically. At least that's the plan right now, which is my understanding really good and very invasive. And yeah, I guess that's all for now. Thank you for listening. If you have some extra prayers, I would appreciate them. And thank you for listening. And until next time, please do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Thank you so much for watching.